Why he going through your phone? He miserable. I can't believe they did you wrong. Pitiful. She said she wanna drink my cum. Ooh. I wanna fuck when she blind. Ooh. Why he going through your phone? He miserable. I can't believe they did you wrong. Pitiful. She said she wanna drink my cum.
Hey guys, welcome back to another little mini vlog. So you guys, this is going to be like an entrepreneurial vlog, even though I'm wearing my bonnet. These are my new bonnets. I just unboxed them today. You guys will see that video later. I got these from Temu. And they're so comfortable. You can't even tell like you're wearing them anymore. Like I'm so used to having those tight that tight feeling from wearing like my silk scarves and stuff like that, but the bonnet's definitely giving my head like that much needed relief. And you guys, honestly, it's Sunday night and I really didn't feel like doing the whole shebang, even though I never do the whole shebang anyway. Not for YouTube. YouTube is like my bonnet safe zone. If you get it, you get it, right? You just feel comfortable, you're in a good positive environment, so you don't have to do the most. You can just, you know, just chill and relax. So that's kind of how I was feeling tonight. I'm getting ready to do an entrepreneurial vlog for you guys. I have a little mini unboxing to do for a new brand that I'm now offering at my store. So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. But before I do that, I want to do this entrepreneurial vlog, which is basically about taxes. So you guys know it's tax season. Tax season wraps up in Canada. I think it's April 30th. That's the deadline. I think it's a little bit different for businesses and entrepreneurs. So I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about this year's tax filing, which was my first year filing as an entrepreneur slash self-employed, along with a regular return. So I'm gonna just kind of walk you guys through it. This is, I know for me, this is for people who live in Canada. I don't know what the tax rules are for other countries and stuff like that, so I can only speak from my experience and where I am. So first of all, let's go back to when I decided to register my business, open a business and stuff like that. I had to choose, you know, whether you're gonna do corporation or you're gonna get a license for like sole proprietor. So one of the main reasons why I chose, you know, sole proprietor and not corporation is for tax purposes. Now, not for the reason why everybody else might be thinking, because they would pick corporation because you have more, there are more tax incentives for a corporation obviously than a sole proprietorship. But for me, it was basically I wanted something that was very straightforward, very simple, that I can kind of just meld in with my other income. Like I didn't want to have to do a whole separate income. I didn't want to do a whole separate return. I didn't want to have to go through all these kind of, you know, little hurdles and hoops that you have to do when you file as a corporation. You have other people involved, you have partners or shareholders or whatever the case may be, and it can be overwhelming when it comes to tax time. So there was no need for me to put myself through all of that when I can just do sole proprietorship. And one of the perks for doing sole proprietorship is that when it's tax time, you get to file your business income along with your working income. So it kind of all goes towards your own personal income versus the other side, right? So I know I'm getting a little bit deep into it. I didn't even, you know, tell you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff if you're new here. For those of you who are already subscribed, thank you so much for doing so. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, all that good stuff. Okay, so yeah, so this year I went ahead and filed with TurboTax. For years I've been doing my taxes with UFile, and I filed my taxes by myself. My tax is very straightforward. I don't have a lot of, you know, different offshoots, different things. So I just kept it very plain, very simple. So I used to do it with UFile, and that was it, right? This year, however, no, last year I think I went with TurboTax too, but this year I went with TurboTax specifically for the reason that they were offering, they have a package, I forget what the name of it is, but there's a package for people who are self-employed and who are also working a full-time job. So I went ahead and went with them, and it was very simple to a certain extent. It was very simple. Like the personal income from work was very simple. Everything was already basically pre-entered from last year when I did it with them. I just had to kind of update the information, the income and stuff like that. So that was pretty straightforward. When it started to get sticky was when we got into the it's called like a business activities or declaration. It's basically like the section where you put all of your business expenses. I had to put like your business assets, how much was all your inventory worth, how much, how much you sold, how much you had left over, all that type of stuff. I had to put all that information in. Things that I bought, I had to, it's a good thing I like to keep track of stuff anyway. Otherwise, I would have been completely like just not prepared. But thank God I have, like, I had my receipts. I remember when I purchased things, I was able to go back and see how much they cost. It's always good to have those receipts, just in case you have to go back and look, because like who remembers when they bought something? You just remember how much you paid for it. You don't remember the day or the date or the time, like, but when you're doing your taxes, as a business, you have to kind of have those things just in case they ask you for that. They can audit you, they can ask you, we want to see the receipt for the computer. You don't have the receipt, you don't remember where it is, it's not, and then it looks like you're just making up claims. So you definitely want to keep track of all of your purchase receipts. So that's something that I kind of knew, but I didn't know. So now I know for sure. So I will be keeping track of every single thing that I buy pertaining to my business. Like I know for years I've heard people talk about business expenses and writing off this and writing off that. And I didn't really, let me pay too much attention. Sorry, there's like something in my eye. But now I know like why it's so important to have that shoebox of receipts. Like you want to keep, if you want to claim every single thing that you've bought for your business, whether it's, paying for the Uber to drop off orders, or, taking a client to lunch, or, different things that are business related, you definitely want to keep those receipts, keep track of that stuff. That's something that I am definitely learning more about. And I think that was just the only major thing for me. Was for a little minute there I was like, oh my god, like where did I put those receipts? And then I remembered like they're all kind of basically stored in here anyway. Everything I buy is on the credit cards, and I buy everything and it's kind of stored in a specific app. So I keep track of all of my expenses, everything that I bought and all of that. So that definitely came in handy when it was tax time, because I was able to go back and have the accurate amount. Accuracy is super important. Of course, everybody knows that from filing your personal taxes, but when you're filing as a business, you want to have that extra integrity with everything, because it could be looked through at any moment. So you want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. So yeah, that was kind of like my experience. It took a super long time. Usually when I do my personal taxes, maybe 2 hours, maybe. This took me, I started at like 11. I didn't finish until 4. And I think it's just because I was learning as I go. There's a lot of like, tax jargon that, I wanted to make sure that I understood the questions. I wanted to make sure. So I had to kind of Google some stuff, look some stuff up. Sorry, you guys. There's like, my eyes irritated. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Don't mind my little water stain. Oh my gosh, I got like water stain all over me. But I had to kind of rinse my eyes because my eyes were irritated. but yeah, so that pretty much was my experience this year filing my taxes for the first time as an entrepreneur. Because I have my businesses registered now, so I had to get like a business number, tax ID number, all of that stuff. So, I have to incorporate that stuff now when I'm filing. So that was kind of like my little journey. Like I said, I don't know if it's because of the tax software that I use. I file my stuff online, but through TurboTax. And I think it may be just because it depends on who you go through. It could be seamless or it could be like super difficult, especially if you're not familiar with all the terms and what they mean and all that stuff. Then it may be just worth it to pay a professional. I was tempted to while I was doing it, like 2 hours in, I was tempted to, there's a button that keeps popping up because they know by now you're frustrated. They know you're going to get frustrated as the process goes on. So this button keeps popping up that's basically saying, any minute you can, get some help if you want an assistance, if you want somebody to look it over, but you do have to pay this fee. And I'm just like, I'm not paying any more money. I'm already paying X, Y, and Z to file it, which is more than I've paid in years. Of all my filings, I've never paid so much money to file taxes. So I wasn't prepared to give not a dollar more. I'm like, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to learn this stuff, and I'm going to do it because every year I have to do my taxes. And the more money you make is the more complicated it gets, like on the back end. Like you have to, if you make 50, somebody somewhere wants 5. Like it just does this a lot, right? So but you know what, it's all part of the blessing, so we just go ahead and do it, right? I've heard my parents moan about taxes for years. They've owned businesses and stuff like that, and you always hear about it. And it's just, it's part of life, it's part of the whole owning a business and all that stuff. So the good news is and there is good news. The good news is I learned why people actually create businesses. Aside from, the fact that it's what you love and it's your passion and that's what you want to do, there's also that tax incentive, right? What was I trying to say? Yes, okay, because I don't want to sound crazy. When I say that, what I say that to say is, when you are a sole proprietor, and again, this is just for Canada, right? When you are a sole proprietor, your business income, all the losses, all the gains, all of that stuff gets levied with your employment income, right? It all kind of goes together. So the business income kind of works to bring down the taxes from your personal income, if that makes sense. Like I would have owed more money hadn't I had a business and had all of that, right? I would have owed more money, which means my return would have been less. And so that's one of the things that I am grateful that I decided to become an entrepreneur, because my work income has gone up. Okay, it pushed me into a completely different tax bracket. You know what that means? That means more money out of your pocket. So I was super happy that I was able to use the entrepreneurship income to kind of level out my owing, if that makes sense. So that's something else that people, if you're interested in starting a business, that's just something else to keep in mind, that the government does give a lot of incentives. There are a lot of things that you can legally write off legitimately for your business, and the government has a lot of incentive programs and what's it called, rebates and stuff like that for small businesses. And yeah, so that's definitely something to keep in mind when you're deciding if you want to be an entrepreneur or not. So yeah, guys, that's kind of my experience with the whole filing taxes this year. It wasn't as bad or scary as I thought it was going to be, so shout out to TurboTax. They made it super easy. And that's basically it. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions or you have anything you wanted to add or anything, just leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you want to take part in my giveaway. We are doing a giveaway end of the month, mid-April. Stay tuned for that. All you have to do to take part is like, comment, subscribe. Make sure that you're present and visible in the comments, on the community post, all of that. And yeah, we'll be picking a winner. So yeah, stay short. I said stay shortly. Stay tuned for that. I am gonna go ahead and jump straight into an unboxing because I want to put these items up in the morning, so you guys will see me in my same attire. So yeah, we're just gonna move straight on into the next video. Stay up and stay blessed, guys, and we'll catch up with you guys. Deuces.
You stab a hold